welcome back to the show. I've got Alexis on board here, and we were talking about society's politeness or rudeness, and how it seems like in the big city, a lot of people are just selfish, and they're just thinking about themselves, and they're not polite. And Alexis, you were saying that in Moreno Valley, you used to live there?
Well, no, I was out there visiting one of my relatives, and from what I observed is people over there tend to be a little bit happier. They tend to spread a little bit more love. They're willing to say hi to you no matter what your skin color or your ethnicity. And in my opinion, the reason why they're this happy is because over there is just nothing but open space, and you feel like you're at peace, and it's just freedom. Because why here in the city, it's crowded, populated. Out there's just a lot of space, fresh air, and just basically you feel relaxed. Over here, it's just everything's polluted, and I mean, in my opinion, that's why I feel people over there are way happier and nicer and tend to be more lovable than here or than in the city, at least in my opinion.
Well, the opinions count, and I agree with you. I think I remember living in Atlanta, and there's beautiful women there, and they weren't conceited. You know, they were, I call them Georgia peaches, and they're down to earth, and they're really fun and friendly. And when they move to the big city and they realize how pretty they are, all of a sudden they become, stuck up bitches.
Oh yeah, you're right. I would think because here in the city, it costs, the living here is just through the roof, and I was doing my research on how much a house is over there, how much is the living over there. With minimum wage, you could live a decent life over there, on that part of California. And yeah, decent living, and really you're living the American dream. You have a decent home, and you just feel alive, basically.
And I'm sure UPS pays the same out there.
Yeah,
you think you'll transfer out there, go back there? What do you think?
Later on in the future, I am hoping to.
Because you have a girlfriend.
Yes, I have a girlfriend.
And she lives in the city. What does she do?
She works right here with me at UPS.
Oh, UPS.
Yeah.
And what is her feelings about the big city?
She loves it because she's used to it. She's used to the big city. When I brought her, when I took her over there, she got the same vibe. She loved it out there. She loved it out there towards the countryside. She just said nothing but fresh air.
How far is that from here?
It's about, I would say, 70 to 80 miles away from here.
Uh-huh. It's the upper desert? Is that what that is?
Yeah, up by like almost Temecula, Barstow.
Temecula's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, no, Barstow's further north, though. Temecula's not near Barstow. Well, I'm pretty bad in geography, but...
The point being, I mean, I loved it over there. I'm telling you, I would love to go over there.
Well, I think eventually I'm going to get out of the city. Right now, I've got some grandkids, and I think we want to see them, be closer to them right now. But look at this traffic. This is throughout Los Angeles. Every artery, every major street. Right now, it's Friday afternoon, 3:48, and it's bumper to bumper traffic. People crawl. They're just crawling through the city like little ants.
It's crowded. It's too crowded.
We're going 1.5 miles. And it's going to take, it says 8 minutes, but that can't be true.
Not going to.
No.
No.
It's a lot longer. 8 minutes to get to that bridge up there.
No, yeah. This part from where we were at, I would say Alameda to Soto, it's usually about a 15 to 20 minute
crawl,
literally.
And you do that every day?
I do that every single day. When I think I'm going to make it to work on time, I delayed by 2-3 minutes, and I'm late to work.
Yeah, I've heard a couple people say that a 2 to 3 minute window can cost you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Well, I guess everyone's on their routine, right?
Yeah.
They're taking the same path.
And the reason why is there's a pretty big street. People tend just to go right through you. Any little inch of space, they'll try to just go right in.
Yeah, there's not many polite people. There's not many fantastic people. They're all in their little bubble. They don't care about anybody else. There's no politeness on the road. And in the country, it's a whole different ballgame. They're gonna let you in. They're gonna be nice. So it's like night and day. I think that's what we'll call this interview: country life versus
the
city life.
Yeah. You see all these people to your right. They're just merging in like crazy.
Yeah. Try to get.
That's what causes the traffic, really.
Well, I don't think anyone knows how to drive in this town. People see red light, and they accelerate to it. I'm thinking, that's pretty lame. Accelerate to a red light. Actually, I'll have some riders say, "Oh, I'm in a hurry. Do you mind going faster?" And I said, "Well, if you can explain to me how getting up to that red light in front of us and stopping is going to get us there any quicker, I will do it." But you have to prove to me that we're going to get there quicker by me spending more money on gas and wearing my brakes out and stopping at that red light. And I'm going to cruise through the green light when we get there. Anyway, it is what it is. Have you lived in the country or just visited it?
I just visited multiple times, and you could easily distinguish those people from here. Easily.
Well, they did a movie recently called Happy. I think it was called Happiness or Happy. And they asked people from all over the world, if they're happy. And I think they found out that the poorest people living in villages were a lot happier than the city folk with their fancy cars and big mansions,
Well, yeah, they tend to live happier. I mean, I would say they all have that, nothing but fresh foods, just nothing but greens all over them. And in my opinion, I think if I was a person coming from one of those villages, I would stay over there and just live happy. I mean,
well, one of my last riders, he was a very successful guy, or is, and he's got a big house with kids and a wife, and making some great money. He made $3,000 last week, and just wasn't even happy. An extra $3,000, and he's not happy. It's like it's amazing. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but
no, it can't, and it won't.
It won't. That's right.
It's just gonna keep you occupied and happy for a couple weeks, months.
Well, you keep wanting more.
Yeah, you keep wanting
more.
I
had a yacht. I wanted a bigger yacht, and I wanted a bigger yacht, and I kept getting bigger yachts, and it was nice, but it's a lot of money, and it's at the end of the day, a yacht doesn't make you happy. Well, thank you for participating in a little podcast. I think we discussed country life versus city life.
Yeah.
And I always say, if you want to live in the city, you should live here for two reasons, in my opinion. Either to find a mate, because there's a lot of people here you can find a mate, settle down with, or you want to make a bunch of money, because you can certainly make money here. And if you can't make any money in the city like this, you can't make money anywhere. But once you find, if you don't need money and you've got someone to love, get out to the country.
Yeah.
Why put yourself through this,
Why put yourself through a lot of stress?
Yeah. It's not worth it. Because it's not the destination, it's the journey. Anyway, be fantastic, everybody. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Move to the country. We need more space on the streets.